Okay, Kirsten, you're here now. Okay, now I got the general back here. I couldn't have this intel being dropped by you without the general. But so everybody's here. I'm going to say this again. We're live. So Kirsten, go ahead. Start from the top when you read to me why this contact reached out to you with this intel. So just read through it, and then we'll discuss it after you're done.
Okay. Good morning. He must be in Taiwan, I guess. 3 hours ago. Good morning. I am someone in the know appointed and posted to a liaison position in Taiwan, Republic of China. As you know, Taiwan is Republic of China. China is People's Republic of China. That's Communist China, okay? By someone in 45's inner circle. I wish to relay some intel to be useful to you and your audience. You may disseminate this information as you see fit. As one of the few patriots, and in brackets, he's referring to me, and the only Chinese patriot, I assume he means in the media, with the wit and keen observational skills to realize that Mogul is still, in fact, our POTUS. The fact that you have been the person who has been most accurately described what is happening in the shadows through your guests and intel gathered. And in addition to your perspective analysis of Chinese politics and foreign relations, I believe you and your channels would be the most prudent person and outlets to share this information with. Let me say something. After I got this email, that one big channel was unsuspended from being suspended for months.
So you think they unsuspended that channel for you, so you could probably go on. Okay, gotcha. The
United States government is no longer recognizing the People's Republic of China, that is Communist China, as the legitimate government of the mainland. This is being done jointly with Chairman Xi and 45, although this can't be brought to the public light at this time, it will be revealed shortly. Prior to the dissolution of the Taiwan Relations Act, United States Indo-Pacific Command, under the direction of 45 with the Taiwan Republic of China military, have been preparing an occupation force for the mainland when the CCP collapses in the coming months. Why do you think the Taiwan Relations Act was dissolved? If it had remained, it would have been a legal barrier to help the occupation of the Chinese mainland with the Chinese Republic of China forces. That's Taiwan again. You are undoubtedly aware Chairman Xi has been removing key CCP loyalists with the Chinese Military Structural Command. Like I said, translated that means I'm removing the poison from the bone. Why do you think this was done? It was done to install Xi and the alliance and to facilitate the upcoming occupation of the Chinese mainland with the U.S. and the ROC, Republic of China Occupational Forces, that's Taiwan. In the coming months, Chairman Xi will be dissolving the People's Republic of China, stepping down from the CCP leadership and using the Chinese forces to keep order and the Chinese economy from collapsing while the U.S. and the Republic of China, Taiwan, forces install a provisional government led by the Taiwan Republic of China. All of this will be done peacefully, as it will not be that dissimilar to what happened in the former USSR, that's Russia, when it collapsed. 45 remains firmly in control of what is important and our assets. In order for 45 to return to the public eye in the position he has earned, CCP supply chain of influence and resources, that means the mainstream media, have to be removed to facilitate this, and hence why this has been planned all along and will occur before March 2021. As I said, February is buckle your seatbelt month. Buckle your seatbelt. This is also why 45 has been in Florida until now and putting the finishing touches on all the pieces of the proverbial chessboard. All of this has always been 45's plan, to remove the CCP influence around the world and in China. Keep the faith, all is being revealed, and he will give me more.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to summarize what she said because it's a little muffled, obviously, coming through the phone. Okay, so she was referring to Mogul, okay, and this is what they're saying, folks. They're saying with the, again, he's complimenting her as one of the few patriots, it's only a Chinese patriot, with the wit and keen observational skills to realize, that's what he's saying about Kirsten, that Mogul is Secret Service code name for POTUS, for Trump, is still, in fact, our POTUS. And Kirsten, is the one who's been most accurately describing everything that's going on here in the shadows, through the guests, through the intel that she has gathered. And that's probably why we connected up, because she and I have the same, we have the same vision of what's happening. And when Kirsten, you reached out to me, you're like, you're the male version of me. We see the same thing here. Our analysis is the same thing. But what they're telling her is that her perceptive analysis of Chinese politics and foreign relations is absolutely dead on. Now, here's what's interesting. They lifted some of the restrictions on the Taiwan Relations Act, which is a big deal, because the dissolution of this allows the United States government to say they're not recognizing the People's Republic of China. So what's happening here is that, well, let me just go through a couple points here. What they're using, okay, under the United States, what's called Indo-Pacific Command, and I just mentioned yesterday that General Flynn's brother was elevated to the head of the
Charles.
Yeah, Charles was headed to, or he was put at the head of the Pacific Command now under the direction of Trump, with the Taiwan's Republic of China military. This is outside of the CCP military. This is a Taiwanese Republic of China military. Here's what they're doing. They've been preparing an occupation force for the mainland China when CCP collapses. Do you know what's happening here? You're talking about Taiwanese Chinese forces, United States military forces going into China when the CCP collapses to occupy the place. Same thing that's going here. We've been worried about Chinese forces, 75,000 in Canada, worried about them launch an invasion on U.S. soil. As we heard, I can't verify that, 250,000 Chinese troops in Mexico for a land invasion of the U.S., which they'll never accomplish. And here we are with our assets, naval assets, Marines, Navy, Army, over there, ready to take down China's CCP and help them gain control of the country to turn it over to a new republic. They're creating a new republic in China. And I heard this before, just like we are restoring our republic. So and I've been saying this for over 3 years now, almost 4 years. I've been telling people, I've been saying, look, there are three people on the world stage that are working together as a trifecta to bring this cabal down. Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Xi, President Xi, Chairman Xi, are working together to bring this thing down. This is the first thing that I have seen. And Modi, yeah, India's Modi too, which, some people had different opinions of Modi, but you could clearly see when Trump was there, Kirsten, and there were 100,000 people in a stadium, and Modi is embracing Trump, putting his arms around, hugging him in front of all these people. They're going crazy. You can see who the big players on the stage are. And why is India important? And I've said this for a number of years now. India is the potential economic tiger of this planet, more than China. Why? And you may have heard this before, Kirsten, but most people haven't seen it from this perspective. The problem with China is they're a graying society. Okay, they had this one-child policy for so long, and basically it comes down to this: when you have this massive block, this population block that's this big, okay, from that one-child policy, it's a graying society, and now the financial resources to support this aspect of this huge society is only this big. There's just not enough. Hold on, Kirsten. Let me finish this because I got to get to this point. So the point is that even if they could produce the money to take care of all these people, they don't have the human capital. There's not enough people. There's not enough people to have enough doctors and nurses and technical people. Now, the United States has the same problem. We got this big baby boom generation. It's really massive right here, 46 to 64. I'm the last year. The population down here that has to support it is only this big, right? Same problem. But here's where India's power comes in. India has 600 million people under the age of 28. India's greatest resource in the future is going to be the export of human capital, because 1/3 of everybody that goes through medical training of any type in the United States is from India. They're going to be exporting Indians worldwide to deliver health care to countries with these massive populations. Anyways, let me just get to the bottom of this, Kirsten, and then I'm going to turn it over to you again. But here's the point. As it says in here, Chairman Xi has been removing key CCP loyalists within the Chinese Military Structural Command. Why do you think this was done? It was done to install Chinese PLA forces with military leadership loyal to Chairman Xi and the alliance, which is Trump and the other countries, to facilitate the upcoming occupation of the Chinese mainland with U.S. and Republic of China occupational forces. So this transition is happening. They're going to take the CCP down, not just here. They're taking it down in China, where that dragon is holed up. And when they bring that all down, guess what? It's going to be like the transition from the USSR to the Soviet Union. Their power's gone. And then Trump's going to come back in the public eye in the position he's earned, which is a presidency, and the CCC supply chain influence, resources, all this had to be removed. All this had to be removed before they can bring Trump in to occupy the position that actually is his. That's why he's in Florida. They're putting on the final touches of all this, and of the as it says here, the pieces they're putting in the right place on this proverbial chessboard. So this has always been Trump's plan to remove the CCP's influence, not just here, but all over the world, including China. So anyways, let me ask you a couple questions on this, Kirsten, because you're from China. You know how these people are. Or you're Singapore. That's right. You're Chinese from
Singapore. We
yeah.
talk like this. Jolly good day.
Yeah. So given your perspective, having grown up in that region of the world, what do you think how the people are going to respond to these moves when they see them happening? Are they going to think that it's going to be? Are they going to see ROC forces moving around mainland China and saying, "Holy cow, we have liberators here"? What are they going to be thinking when this happens?
Well, I think the northern Chinese, which Shanghai and stuff, might be a little happy because most of them have migrated from there to Taiwan. Mm-hmm. The central Chinese from Fujian and stuff, that's where my mother's ancestors are from, also will take it well. The ones that will be a little shocked but happy too will be the Cantonese, which are southern China, that run over to Hong Kong. So, that's how they migrate. They migrate from southern China, Canton, they go to Hong Kong. Mostly both people, the ones from central China go to Singapore and Malaysia, where I'm from. It's a British colony. We talk English, British English. And then, of course, the Shanghainese, they migrate to Taiwan. So I think the people will be very happy. The thing that I was going to say to you is the shortage that they have in China is really women. There's no women there. They've tossed all the female babies. It's a whole generation of men. So if you're a pretty girl in China, that would be your top pick. And as you know, the beautiful Fan Bingbing, who was superstar that they took down and put a mental institution because she tried to save some of her millions of dollars she was making from sleeping with different Chinese politicians, more money than she ever made in the movies for Transformers, or what is that other movie, the Marvel movie, X-Men, or any of those other movies she did. They caught her, and of course, she's nothing now. They've ruined her. That girl was stunning, and the guys just line up because there's no girls.